Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, polynomials. You have studied polynomials in class 9 also. Just we will do this quick recapitulation of the terms first, and then we will move to the main topic, that is geometrical meaning of the polynomials zeros. So first of all, what is polynomials? Polynomial is made up of two terms, poly and nomials, where poly means many and nomial means terms. So we can say that polynomial is a expression which consists of many terms. Consider the expression 5x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. This expression is known as polynomial. A polynomial is an algebraic expression which consists of multiple terms. It consists of constant, variable, or product of both the numbers with powers also. A real number that precedes the variable is called its coefficient. Here 5, 2 and 1 are the coefficients of the terms of polynomial. It consists of only one variable, so it is known as polynomial of one variable. And such kind of polynomial is denoted by fx, px, qx, gx, rx and so on. The highest power of variable is known as degree of the polynomial. On basis of degree, the polynomial is divided into three types: linear, quadratic and cubic polynomial. This polynomial is having the degree as 3, so it is a cubic polynomial. The general form of cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c and d are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Now consider the next polynomial 4x plus 8. Here it is a power 1, so it is a linear polynomial. The general form of linear polynomial is ax plus b, and a and b are real numbers where a is not equal to 0. Got it? Now moving towards next, it is x square minus 4x plus 3, which is having power 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial with general form ax square plus bx plus c, and a, b, c are real number, a is not equal to 0. So these are the three different types of polynomial on the basis of degree of the polynomial. Understood? Okay, good. Now zeros of a polynomial. Consider the polynomial x square minus 4x plus 3. If we put x is equal to 1, we get p of 1 is equal to 0. 0 is the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 1. And since value of polynomial is 0, so x is equal to 1 is 0 of a polynomial. Similarly, if we put x is equal to minus 1, we get p of minus 1 is equal to 8. So 8 is the value of the polynomial. So in the first case, when x is equal to 1, value of polynomial is 0, and when minus 1, then it is 8. So we define value of polynomial px when x is equal to k is the value obtained by substituting x is equal to k, and it is denoted by p of k. The zeros of a polynomial is defined when we get the value 0, and we getting the value 0 at x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 is a 0 of given polynomial. It is defined as any real value of x for which the value of polynomial becomes 0. Now we will learn about the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. Consider the polynomial linear 4x plus 8. Let y is equal to 4x plus 8. Now we will find out the values of x and y to plot it on a graph. We will make a table for x and y. We will assume the value of x, and accordingly we will find out the value of y as shown in the video. So like this, we can find out several values of x and y. These x and y values will become ordered pair and they are known as coordinate. Or the first coordinate -3 comma -4 we will plot on the graph. Next -2 comma 0. Similarly -1 comma 4, 0 comma 8, 1 comma 12, 2 comma 16, 3 comma 20. All on joining gives us a straight line which intersect the x-axis at one point, that is -2 comma 0. That point is known as the 0 of the polynomial. The x-coordinate of the point is known as 0 of the polynomial. Algebraically also we find out 0 of polynomial as -2. So in general we can say 0 of a polynomial is x-coordinate of the point where graph intersects the x-axis. Or if a polynomial px intersect the x-axis at k is comma 0, then k is a 0 of a polynomial such that pk is equal to 0. We know that linear polynomial always give a straight line, so it has maximum one point of intersection, hence 1 0. Now consider y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 3, and we will plot by same method, and we saw that intersect x-axis at 2 points. For cubic polynomial, when we plot, we will saw that the graph touches or intersect the x-axis at 3 points. Hence, for conclusion, after looking at both the graphs, we can say that the point of intersection in quadratic is 2 and cubic is 3. So, the graph of quadratic polynomial intersect maximum at 2 points. So, it has maximum 2 zeros. Understood? Similarly, if the shape of parabola is known as quadratic polynomial and its shape depends on a. If a is greater than 0, it is upwards, and if a is less than 0, then parabola open downwards. For cubic polynomial, the point of intersection with x-axis is 3, so it has maximum 3 zeros. Got it? So, see the difference between both the graphs for cubic and quadratic polynomial. Similarly, an nth degree polynomial has n zeros. Let us consider the linear polynomial 2x plus 5, where 2 is coefficient of x and 5 is a constant. Let us find its 0. The 0 of a polynomial is a real number k such that p of k is equal to 0. Suppose x is equal to alpha is its 0, so p of alpha is equal to 0, which means 2 alpha plus 5 is equal to 0, and hence alpha is equal to -5 by 2. Or we can say that alpha is equal to constant term by coefficient of x with the negative sign. That is minus constant term by coefficient of x. So this is the relation between 0 of linear polynomial and the polynomial. In general, the linear polynomial is of the form px is equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0. If we find out it's 0, let alpha be its 0, then alpha is equal to, we will get on solving, minus b by a. Yes, correct. We will get alpha is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus constant term by coefficient of x. Understood? This is the relationship between 0 and coefficients of a linear polynomial. Now let's consider the quadratic polynomial, and we will relate its zeros to its coefficients. The general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. Assume the zeros of polynomial are alpha and beta. Then by factor theorem we have, if alpha is a zero of polynomial, then x minus alpha is a factor of px. So we have taken alpha and beta are its zeros. So x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of px. And our px is ax square plus bx plus c. So we can say that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to k times x minus alpha times x minus beta, where k is not equal to 0. Now we will solve the right hand side. After doing the multiplication, we get x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, again multiplying with by k. Till now you have understood? Okay. Now we will compare the coefficients of the equation. So we get a is equal to k, alpha, that will be equation 1. Then b is equal to minus k alpha plus beta, and c is equal to k alpha beta, that is the equation 3. Okay. Now from equation 1 and equation 2 we can write b is equal to minus a alpha plus beta, and hence alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Hence sum of roots, that is alpha plus beta, is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Using first equation and third equation, we can get alpha into beta is equal to c by a, which is equal to constant term by coefficient of x square. That is, product of zeros is equal to constant term by coefficient of x square. Now we will learn the key points of relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. If alpha is a zero of linear polynomial, then alpha is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus constant term by coefficient of x. And if alpha and beta are zeros of quadratic polynomial, then alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. And product of zeros alpha into beta is equal to c by a, which is equal to constant term by coefficient of x square. Similarly, if alpha beta and gamma are three zeros of cubic polynomial, then sum of zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, which is equal to minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Then product of taken the two zeros together and their sum is equal to c by a, which is equal to coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. And the product of roots alpha, beta and gamma is equal to minus d by a minus constant term by coefficient of x cube.